Welcome to this MuddaCluckin Podcast. I'm your host, Dean Austin. D to the E, the A to the N. My next guest, I'm not going to call her a contortionist. I'm going to call her a flexologist. All the way from Portugal, Tulla. Tulla, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. How are you?
Now I'm great. You look beautiful. You have the right colors. You
Thank
look
you.
you look like a nice, beautiful pack of Skittles.
Thank
Very
you.
colorful, very nice, very nice. So Tula, I won't call you a contortionist. I'm gonna call you a flexologist. That's what I'm gonna call you. I
That's
call you a
good.
flexologist. So that's my term for your what you do is she's on the next level when it comes to being flexible and doing your thing. So tell me a little about yourself. So I know what made you get into doing yogi or yoga type of the moves and everything. What got you into it?
Well, yoga, I got into it because like, in my 30s, I've started pretty late, and my life was really good. I was really happy. Excuse me. And yeah, everything was perfect, but yeah, I wasn't really happy. I thought I was happy, but you know, when you wake up, but you're not really joyful. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought, everything is well. I had love in my life. I had money in my life, but there was no happiness. So I thought, there's got to be something else. So I just started getting into yoga, basically,
So you
to
just
get into
jumped
the
out of
mind
bed.
stuff.
You just jumped out of bed and just did the splits all of a sudden, and like I feel free.
Yes, so it's like putting my mind
You're
into
like,
my
this is
body and
all I
not.
needed was to stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
And and
Exactly.
and when you start, did other people think you were like, what is wrong with her? She's crazy. Why is she doing that to her body? Did any family, friends, loved ones say, what you doing? Anybody ask you that? Because it's different. It's totally different. It's amazing and it's very good for your body and for your health and everything. But it's on some next level.
Well, to be honest, to do it like this, I mean, I haven't been really doing contortion since about 4 weeks ago. I'm in Portugal now. I'm visiting my niece. And
Okay.
she saw me doing yoga and she said, oh, I bet you can do contortion as well. Let's take it a bit further. And so we did. And it's like this stuff I'm doing now, I think it's amazing too, actually.
It is now your niece. Where did she get the idea from? She knew about people that do contortion moves, and she just said, "Hey, Auntie, I know you're better, or you can do this."
No, she's doing contortion.
Oh,
Doing
okay, all
yoga,
right,
doing contortion as well. So yeah, she had a, she could see it. She could just see it. She could see
got.
the potential.
She said potential, so she brought it out, and she
Yeah.
said, "You know what? You bending back, but you can go a little further." And you're like, "Okay, a little further. Okay, now break your back." You're like,
Yeah.
"Okay." that is
Yeah,
that
she's
is
fun.
superb. That's amazing. I've the moves you do are incredible. Now, as a kid, were you flexible as a kid or not really?
Honestly, we are all flexible as kids. We just start
True.
getting
That's true.
stiff
That's
when,
true.
when we're adults, when we start sitting around too much and, sitting in our car, sitting on the chair. As kids, most kids are flexible.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Most kids, and we
Yeah.
lose our flexibility as we get older
Yeah.
because we don't move as much, we don't play as
Yeah.
much, we
Yeah.
eat differently, and youth is not on your side. The
Yeah.
older you get, it's one of those things where you have to actually work at it to keep it, and that's with anything, health, you know, uh,
Yeah.
any kind of form of working out, and definitely what you're doing, you have to work at it to keep it, and you do it all the time just to stay on top of the game and and push yourself to the next limit and do moves that you go, well, you know what? I didn't know I could put my foot in my ear, but it's in my ear, and then all of a sudden you like, I hear my foot, and that's pretty amazing. Not too many
Yeah.
people can do that and even flex. Some people can't even scratch their back. Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
know. But I suppose it is yeah, and I'm surprised myself. Like I said, about 4 weeks ago I didn't even know I could do that. I could always put my legs behind my back when I was doing yoga, but yeah, to go this far, I've never tried it until like a few weeks ago. It's
now,
amazing.
wait
It's
a
yeah,
minute. Did you say a few weeks ago?
yeah.
Come on. Are you
No,
serious?
really.
Oh,
No,
so
see,
you
I started yoga when I was in my 30s, pretty late. And I've been doing it for a while now, and I've been living in India for a long time. And people there, they live differently. You know, we use different squat toilets and sit on the floor.
Right.
And
That's true. That's
squat
true.
rather than sit. If you see Indian people do yoga, they look totally different than Western people do. So
And there's a lot of walking and riding bikes.
yeah.
So you get an exercise, and the squat toilets they do in India, they also do it in Asia.
Yeah.
And when I performed overseas, I would see people doing the squat toilet, and us Americans, especially comedians, we're like, man, I can't. How you sit, how you hold yourself at that angle and go to the bathroom? My knees gonna give out. I might lose a shoe. That's what people be thinking, you know. But if you're not in shape, oh, you're gonna fall down.
Yeah.
So you have to. It takes practice, and even the older generation, older than you and myself, they still squat in their country. Look at 80 something years old squatting.
Yeah.
I was at LAX, and I saw this Asian guy. He was in the bathroom at LAX, and he was squatting. And the only reason I knew it because he was nowhere near the toilet. And I walked in, I'm like, what is he doing? He was squatting. Now it was amazing. It was amazing. So that's beautiful. Because so contortionists are people who can take it to the next level. And I know you don't consider yourself a contortionist, but in my mind, you are. But like I said, I'm going to call you a flexologist. And you can tell your niece you are a flexologist.
I like that word. I think it's a really nice word.
That's a
I'm going to keep it.
That's a deanism.
A dean, yeah, exactly.
A deanism. Dean said, I'm a flexologist.
Yeah.
And that is amazing. Now, there are certain names for certain positions, correct?
Yeah.
I was looking at your Instagram, and there's certain names I saw. I didn't recognize any of them. I mean, I know certain stuff they do when you do, you go to do not yoga. Is it not yoga? What is it? Yoga? Yeah, yoga. When you do downward dog, right?
Yeah.
And then there's child's pose and all those. I know that from yoga.
Yeah.
Now, are some of the same terms? Do you use them, or are there different terms you use for certain moves, or do you make up your own?
There are moves we just make up. I don't really know words for contortion poses, and I don't think they have many words for them. Like I know Mario knots, and I think I know all the names for the yoga poses, but contortion poses, I don't know. You just say leg behind the head, or leg behind the back, or I don't know, head sit.
Or keep it simple. Say this is the pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. The human knot.
This is the twist.
Yeah.
Like the donut. This is the twist. This is the pretzel.
Yeah.
This is the bamboo. Right.
Yeah.
This is the I fell asleep move on my neck.
Yeah.
And there's so many things you could do. I love it. I would love to see now. I would love to see one of your moves. It doesn't matter which one. You can show us one. I'm sure, without kicking me, because you might kick the camera and kick me, but without kicking me, can you show a move, a nice move for us?
Yeah, I can show. But I don't know the name for it.
Okay.
See it?
Okay. Yes.
I think this is your human knot.
That's called a human nut or human knot.
Human knot.
Oh, okay. Because me doing it, I'm a nut for trying to do it. So for me, it'd be called a human nut.
Yeah.
And there's one you do where you have your back to the camera and you put your feet, you crisscross your feet. What's that one?
Which one?
The one where you have your back to the camera and you crisscross your feet.
That's the lotus behind the back.
What is it called?
Lotus behind the back. I couldn't do it now though because that would take too long, I think.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, I don't want you to get stuck.
No, I can. It takes a bit of a warm up as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Without a warm up.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I usually Tulla, I usually do that in my sleep.
Oh, okay.
Because when I wake up, I'm like that. When I wake up, I'm like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up and I can't find my foot. I'm like, where's my foot? Oh, it's over there. I just twisted it. let me bring it back.
That can happen. Sometimes you wake up and you have knee pain because you twist your legs when you're too flexible.
Oh, I've had that. Maybe is that why it is? It's too. I thought it was called old age, but if it's too flexible, I'll take that.
And
Most
maybe
people
it's flexology.
have flexology. So you and I have flexology. Everybody else have knee pain because they're old, right?
Exactly.
You know what? I wish it was that simple where you can go, you know what? I have this pain just because I'm just too flexible. I'm just too in shape. I'm too good. But as you get older, you feel pains and you sleep differently. We as human beings, we tend to sleep a certain way. Some people don't move a lot and some people move a lot.
Yeah.
And I think if you move a lot, you have more injuries when you get older, I do a joke.
Maybe, but basically when you move a lot, you really get less injury than if you just don't move.
Oh, stay still. Oh, I never thought about that.
You get really stiff, and then I think
Oh,
maybe when you get older,
then you get up too fast and you stiff, and next thing you know, you're like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I should have moved in my sleep.
Yeah, I should move more in my sleep.
Next time, I'm gonna make sure I move a lot in my sleep. But some people do move a lot in their sleep. You ever been around people say, in the past, or anybody be like, even if it's your girlfriend, y'all out, and it's when you was in college or coming up in high school, slumber party, and that person moves so much they kick you in the face, and you're like, look, you need to sleep somewhere else. You kicking me in the face.
Yeah.
But that person didn't know it was gonna be the reflexologist. They didn't know it was gonna be you because you was kicking people in the neck. They're like, you're gonna be something when you get older. You're gonna be flexible.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So you didn't start doing it till you were in your 30s
and 30s.
Wow.
So I'm pretty on the other side. So
yeah, you only about 28 now. I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going backwards. I understand you're going backwards. With that outfit is as nice as it is and colorful it is, you are going backwards because you never see anybody in the old folks home wearing those colors in the way. They're not as like What's that?
Maybe they should.
They should. You can bring
Maybe.
You ever thought about doing therapy for people? Because that's therapeutic. If you think about it, you know how people go to the hospitals and they do things whether they bring music or an animal. If you went to a hospital and said, "Look, I want to bring some therapy," and they're gonna be like, "What do you do?" You said, "Watch this," and you put your leg behind your head. They'd be like, "You know what? We're gonna hire you," because they will be like just amazed and enthralled by, oh my gosh, that is great. I can't believe. And you might even motivate the people that are at the old folks home to get up out their wheelchairs and lay on the ground and work with you. Come on.
To be honest, it scares people more than inspire them. People go, this is really good, but I can't do that. I could never do that. I don't even want to try. Now people are scared of it, unfortunately.
I can imagine because when we see bodies contorted in certain positions, we think our body can't go in those positions because everyone doesn't do it. What you do is very rare. It's a small percentage of people that do what you do. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's not a lot. I can guarantee you that.
No.
So
I don't know, but yeah.
So as soon as I finish this podcast with you, I'm gonna jump on the floor and try to stretch my head, my back into my front. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do it to the next level, Tulla. I'm gonna turn the front of my body to the back of my body. So when I'm talking to people, I'm digging in my back pockets.
That would, people would probably love that. It's different.
Or they would run.
Different.
They would run. Just take off. He's crazy.
Well, to be honest, the sad thing is that people think that it's bad for you and that you're going to get injured and it's going to hurt your joints. But the truth is that if you don't move, if you stay still, that's when you get hurt. That's when you hurt your joints,
Exactly. That's why people and we all know
more.
Right. And we all know that exercising is good for you. That's why it's good to exercise, walk, stretch, move. And a lot of people probably know this, but every morning when you get up, you should stretch.
Yeah.
You should stretch every morning. It is so good for your blood, your circulatory system, your body, your mental well-being. If
Yeah.
you should be able to touch it, every human being at some point should be able to touch their toes. And it's not a hard.
And breathe, focus on the breathing.
Right, that's true. That's true. You don't want to touch your toes and pass out.
Hold your breath.
I'm going to stretch. We don't want
Not.
that. I understand. That's
No.
not good. Then they have to
No.
come get you, and they're like, "Oh, that must be one of them flexologists right there.
Yeah.
That must be one of them contortionists. She's doing the pretzel right now. That's why she passed out."
Yeah.
That is so amazing. And you travel. So you've seen the world. Have you been to the United States? You've been to the United States, right?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
I've been to Canada and Central America and everything, but I haven't been to the States yet. I don't even know why.
Oh no! Look, it's not important for you to come if you don't want to come or if you never thought about it. It's just since you travel as much as you do, I thought maybe you've been here, and you would enjoy it. There are certain places you would definitely enjoy, East Coast, West Coast, and in between. But where you are, right, in Portugal, oh, beautiful.
It is
beautiful.
I've been beautiful here. I love this country. I'm staying here. I'm definitely staying here. I'm so gonna stay here because it's like the most beautiful place I've ever been to, really, honestly. And I've really traveled a lot. But I definitely want to go to the States as well. I really do.
You go to the States, one place you have to visit where there's a lot of reflexology and contortionism is San Quentin.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You know San Quentin?
Isn't that a prison?
Yes. She's like, I don't know if I should. That's a prison. There's a lot of reflexology going on in there. I don't know where that came from, but comedian, it just pops up. You know how that goes. Okay. Now, what I do, and you have a wonderful smile. You're always smiling during your Instagrams and everything, and people, as much as they're afraid of it, I think they gravitate towards you because you have such a fun personality, and you make it fun.
Yeah.
And you make people feel comfortable watching you put your foot in your ear. They really like that. They're like, man, she's the best ear footer that I've ever seen. She's the best ear footer I've ever seen. She's the ear foot. She's my queen ear foot. You are my queen ear footer, just so you know, Tulla. And no one else. I don't know anybody that does what you do. And if I did, I probably would run. But with you, I'm hanging in there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope so. I will. I promise. Now, I do something called random question time. I'm sure you watched my podcast before. It's called random. I call it RQT time.
Okay.
When I say RQT, people go, RQT? No. But RQT. And before I continue with ask you this question, I want everybody to know Tulla is such a unique name, and I love saying it, but it reminds me of my childhood, or when I was coming up, I should say, not so much my childhood, but when I was coming up, from a famous rapper, MC Hammer, Tulla, legit to quit. Hey, man. When I'm like Tulla, it just clicks, Tulla. And I thought MC Hammer knew you were famous long time. He knew you were ear footer a long time ago. So
I really like that word, ear footer.
Ear footer. Next time I see MC Hammer, I'm gonna say, hey man, you have the biggest fan because are you psychic? Because you made a song after her, too legit, and she's an ear footer.
You know MC Hammer?
What's that?
Do you really know him?
Not like we don't roll together, but in the business, met a lot of people. Matter of fact, but MC Hammer is from my hometown, from Northern Cali, so we're all connected. Yeah. I have famous people that are in my family as far as music and athletics and stuff. So, it's all connected. My RQT question, random question time question is, would you rather sleep or snuggle for $1 million? But it's for $1 million, okay? It's for $1 million, and you have to answer the question and say why.
Okay.
Would you rather sleep or snuggle with a grizzly bear, or climb Mount Everest blindfolded? And why? It's either sleep with a hibernating grizzly bear for $1,000,000 or climb Mount Everest blind.
I
Blindfolded,
think
not blind, but blindfolded.
I would take the bear.
Okay, why?
Because I hate hiking. I really don't like hiking at all. Going uphill. I really don't like that. And I love bears. I've actually seen a white grizzly,
Oh,
with
wait a
her
minute, back
cubs.
up, back up. Did you say white grizzly?
No, a
Oh,
wild
wild.
grizzly.
Okay, about to say you seen a white one. I was about to say you.
No, no,
No
no,
wonder.
no.
Okay, wild,
A
wow.
wild one, with her cubs, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. So,
And
but
and
this question is like, is it's not going to kill me or anything, right?
well, no, man. If
I can just
look,
snuggle with it.
just snuggle because
Yeah,
the bear, Tula the bear is in hibernation.
yeah,
So hibernation, they're out for like 3 months or whatever it is.
yeah.
I think it's,
Okay.
I want to say about 3 months. So you have a better chance of the bear maybe not waking up unless you punch the bear in the face or stick your foot in the bear's ear. Then the bear might be
Yeah,
like, "Rrr,
yeah.
rrr,
It might
rrr."
like it. You never
He might
know.
like it. He might try to keep you, or she might try to keep you
Yeah,
with the cubs.
yeah.
You know. Now, how
So
did
I
you
would I would
see?
take the bear.
Okay, the bear. That's a good. That's a good. Okay, so you're afraid of heights, so you just don't like hiking.
No, I'm not afraid of height. I'm not afraid of height. I just don't like hiking.
Okay,
I love swimming and stuff, but hiking is just not my thing. And mountains are not my thing either. I like the
okay,
sea and palms and stuff like that. Yeah.
okay. All right, all right. That's nice. That's nice. That's a great answer
Thank you.
because if you think about it, you're on the ground. You don't have to worry about heights. You don't have to worry about overexerting yourself because you may need that energy when the bear wake up to run.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Although you're not supposed to run when the bear is hunting you.
No. And
No.
speaking of that, not running, how did you not run when you saw a bear and his cubs or her cubs?
I never said I didn't run.
Oh, jeez, Tula, that's
I,
the wrong thing to do. You know
I
that.
know, I know. We were told, if you see a bear, just don't run. And it was like a few people of us, and we were like parking our cars just like 20 meters away, and we just started walking towards the forest, and out came the bear with the cubs crossing the road, and we just took a look, and all of us turned around and ran to our cars.
Oh, so
She
you were
didn't
really
do
close.
anything,
You,
luckily.
you were really close to your car.
Yeah, we were pretty close to our car.
Oh, that's why. I thought you
Yeah.
were in the woods.
We were going, like, walking towards the woods. We were going to go into the woods, but it came towards us. So yeah,
Tula, let's
yeah,
okay, so you did the right thing because you were close to your car.
yeah.
But if you're in the woods, people, please do not take off.
No,
Do not run because a bear is a mama bear. She will protect her cubs at all costs. In other words, you could run up a tree, she'll chase you up a tree. You could run, you can try to start to swim, she will swim after you. Whatever it is, she will catch you because of the simple fact that she feels you're a threat. And if you run, you look like a threat and prey. So now she's
yeah,
thinking, I'm gonna save my cubs, but we might have dinner.
yeah.
So whatever
Bears
you
are
don't
always
run,
faster than you are, always.
always fat. You would think because
Yeah,
they're big, they're not, but no, they're quick. They run
yeah,
up to about 35, 40 miles an hour.
yeah,
And they will get from 1,000 feet away in seconds. In
yeah.
seconds. So there's no way in the world. If I see a bear, only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay on the ground and cry.
Have
And be like,
you ever seen one?
I'm excuse me.
Have you ever met one close up, like a wild bear?
No, I met this guy who sold gummy bears. No, no, I've never. I like how you say that because this, I know you're from another country. So when you say
Yeah.
met a bear, it's so cute. Have you ever met a bear? Yes, I was in the Safeway the other day or in the grocery store, and I was getting some eggs. And guess what? Something came up behind me, and it was a bear.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he said, "I'm Smokey the bear." I said, "You Smokey? You do smell like you've been barbecuing." "No, I protect the forest." Do you guys know Smokey the bear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure because but yeah,
No.
no, I've
I know
never.
I talk funny, but I don't care.
No, I like it. But it's you.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own unique flavor, and we call it swag in the Black community. We got our own swag on, style. You
Yeah.
hit when you say, "Have you ever met a bear?" Like, yes, I've met a couple of bears. My ex was a bear, but I
Yeah.
don't. You know, they. I've never ran into a bear in the wild. Never.
Mm.
I've seen a bear in a countryside, but it was inside a cage. It was in one of those kind of like not resort, but one of those places where they keep them and take care of them and make sure they're
Yeah.
okay. And I think they send them back out to the wild. But beautiful grizzly bear up in
Yeah.
Montana. That's where I was,
Yeah.
Montana. That's a place I know you would love in the
Yeah.
States.
Okay.
Montana. You've been to Canada, so you understand that it's beautiful wildlife and it's very
Yeah.
green and stuff. You can see a lot of stuff, eagles and bears. And if you go out
Yeah.
to the water, you might see a whale or two.
Whales. Yeah. So loads of
So
whales.
you saw
Yeah.
lots of whales in Canada?
Yeah. Yeah. In Canada. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
whales in no whales in Portugal, huh?
No.
Okay,
No. I
okay.
don't think so.
Yeah,
I
that's a good.
know there are sharks and stuff, but
Oh, I'm sure there's sharks. Sharks everywhere.
yeah.
I love
Well,
I
I
love
know maybe there are whales. I'm not sure yet. I haven't found out yet.
oh,
I
okay.
will
All right.
though.
Yeah, this is a good one. Let me know because I want to see a whale in Portugal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go online and see if there's whales in Portugal. Now, to do what you do and you change your lifestyle in your 30s, not in the 30s, in your 30s.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight because if you did it in the 30s, you're a miracle.
No, and it was actually end of 30s.
No, I know
Yeah.
in your 30s, but not in
Okay.
the 30s, 1930s. If you did it in the 1930s, I want to know your secret.
Me too. I would want to know my secret
Right,
too.
right. I'm like, I need to hang out with you more often. In your 30s? Well, I was born in 1935 and I decided to do it. No, I being with you since you started in 30s, even before your 30s, you probably must have had a pretty healthy lifestyle as far as what you ate, because I would imagine they go hand in hand with your diet and how you eat and how you live your life. Because what you do, you can't really munch on Doritos and ding dongs and all this other kind of madness that's horrible for you to eat, that
Yeah.
comfort foods, and
Yeah.
stretch your body in those positions. And you have to, I know you eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and vegetables. But I'm not a vegetarian or vegan or anything like that. I'm a foodie, I love food. I also love meat and fish, and I have the odd hamburger and stuff. But I like good food. I like home cooked food, and I don't really like processed food much and all that. But it's fresh food, fresh, good, and simple food. I like that.
And that's the key word, Tula: processed food.
Yeah,
That's the reason you cut that out, and you can
yeah.
stretch. You can put your foot, ladies and gentlemen, you can put your foot in your ear if you just let go of the cinnamon rolls.
Not too much. Have the odd one. You should never
Of
not
course.
do,
And you're
you
right.
know.
You're right.
Yeah.
You can't not live. You have to
Yeah.
enjoy yourself, which is true. But to an
Well, you
excess,
know, you know,
no.
good food can also be really, really tasteful. I love Italian pasta and anything Italian food. It's really good food, good quality food, but it's also
Right.
really nice, really yummy.
Did you know Italian pasta in Italy? You haven't been to the States yet, but the pasta in Italy is lighter than the pastas here. Our pastas are heavy.
I
And
heard
when
that.
I went to Italy, Tula, I was performing out there. We stopped at this one place we stopped at a place for pizza, which was really good, very thin, very good pizza. Then we stopped at a place for pasta. And I said, "Can I have chicken Alfredo pasta?" Now, there's no such thing as Alfredo in Italy. That's American. So when I
Yeah.
said it, the guy looked at me like, "Alfredo? I don't know. I got a guy working in the back. His name is Alfredo, but we don't do no Alfredo here." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, all right." So he said, "But I'll make you." I told him it was white sauce. He said, "Oh, I'll make you white sauce." So he made me something that had white sauce, and it was good, and it was light, and it was filling, and it's just different. So the food is really good and very healthy. I like that. You
Yeah.
know, how's the food in Portugal?
It's really good. It's really good. I mean, Portugal is the nearly all of the country's coastline. You know, it's a really tiny country, and
Hmm.
it's got loads of coast, loads of fresh seafood and fish and amazing food. And they have this this pork meat from black pigs. It's like there are pigs that only eat oaks from oak trees. It's like they eat really special stuff, natural stuff, and their meat tastes incredible.
Did you say black pigs?
Black pigs, yeah,
Hmm. I never seen a black pig. I
yeah.
want.
You
I
should,
want
you
to.
should you should Google it. They're only in Portugal and in Spain.
Oh, black color pigs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking black pigs.
Don't go. I didn't mean anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
It's not my mother tongue.
What your mother say? You know what I'm gonna say.
You know, it's like
No,
but it's
no.
called black. They're black pigs. They're black colored pigs.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay. I see. I think they have them in Texas.
Really?
I think I will find out.
Okay.
I will find out. I've
Okay.
seen, yeah, black. I think black colored pigs, but I just always think a pig is pink. We always think of pig
Okay.
as a whitish, pinkish color.
Yeah.
You never really think pig and put black with it.
Okay.
You know, I just thought you were talking about some guy from the neighborhood who was a drug dealer named Black Pink. Black Pink. I thought. I'm like, man, there's a dude in the neighborhood from the hood. His name is Black Pink, but that's a different dude. I'm sorry. I thought that is amazing. Now, have you tried or have you eaten black pig?
Me.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. I eat that all the
Okay.
time.
So do you know it's black pig, or do you just think it's pig and no one told you it's black and it's a different color?
I don't really get that. I don't
Oh, you
really
never
get.
get. Yeah. Next time you go to the restaurant, say, "Excuse me, sir. Uh, what color is your pig?" He gonna be like, "What you mean? Is it a pink pig or is it black pig?" I'm just curious.
No,
And see
it
that.
actually says it on the menu. It will say it
Oh,
on the menu. Black pork.
okay, okay. Thank you for educating me. I don't eat pork, so I don't really know much about
Oh,
pork.
okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not saying I never eat meat. I've eaten, I eat beef. I haven't eaten meat in a couple years now.
Okay.
But you're educating me. You're educating me on different terminology. The ear footer. You educated me on that.
You
You
made that
educated.
word up.
You educated me on, the flexologies. You're a
You made
flexologist.
that word up too.
I didn't make you make this up. Before this interview, you said, Dean, use these two words. And I was like, why? You said it'd be funny and it sounds cool. That's mine. You said that's a Tullaism. I said, what? I thought it was a Deanism. You said, it's a Tullaism. I said, okay. I've learned a lot about you. I'm so happy that you're able to come on. Your niece, is she impressed with you now?
Yeah, she is.
You surpassed her.
I'm surprised, but she is.
You surpassed her,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm
You're
surprised
better than her.
myself. I'm surprised her too.
She's like, I sure wish I hadn't told her because she's better than me now.
We are not in competition.
No, of course not. Of course not. It's a love. It's a niece and aunt relationship. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
I just think it's funny and I think it's amazing. And I'm happy that you found your passion.
Yes, thank you.
You
I am
found
happy too.
Yes, you found your love. It's always good to have people realize family, friends, and loved ones that you're with in a relationship is one thing, but when you have a passion to do something in life, that's on some next level.
Yeah,
It really is. You're a testament of that, and I'm happy you're doing what you're doing. You have people will come out and follow you and support you and not run. And I didn't run.
no, you didn't.
No, and I will not run. I'm not afraid of anything. The only thing I'm afraid of is sleeping with hibernating bears. And you're much braver than me. I wish I can be on that level, but I'd rather hang out with an ear footer than a black bear.
Okay.
Less threatening. You know, it's less danger, I should say.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah.
danger. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before I let you go, I have one last question.
Okay.
The last question is, did you know when you started moving and stretching and putting your body in knots and working it out, did you know this would be a lifestyle move? Or did you just do it and you just thought it'd be a one-time thing just to try? Because there's a point in your life where you go, okay, I want to do this and I want to make this a choice that I do as a lifestyle move. In other words, like people's diets or working out or whatever. What happened? It just snapped one day. Because even entertainers, us like comedians, there's a point where we go, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life because I love it. Is there
Um,
is there something that happened that clicked in your head?
Actually, as I said, it's only fairly new for me. So I'm totally in love with it. I'm totally in love with this contortion thing, and I'm also really surprised that I could even do it. Because I started yoga, and when you begin out with yoga, you just start stretching a little bit, and now it kept going further and further, and you don't even realize how far you go in the end. You don't, it's just normal to you because you do it every day, and you go further and you stretch more. But this contortion stuff, that's really like next level. Really, I
It
really
really
think
is.
it is. And, I'm surprised I can do my legs so far behind my back. I didn't know. So I'm just wondering where it's going to take me. I'm just,
Pretty soon you will do it and you'll take to the next level. You'll be hovering over the ground.
I
And
don't think so. But maybe, you never
when
know.
you
Anything's
do that,
possible.
I want you to come back and I want you to hover and I want you to float across the screen and float the other side.
Yeah. Okay. You have a deal.
That's the deal. Now,
That's
everyone, Tulla is at Flexi Tulla. That's
yeah.
the IG Instagram, Flexi Tulla.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tulla, for coming on this MuddaCluckin Podcast and joining me. And I will say, in the words of the yoga world, yogi, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you
I
so
think
much
that's what
for
you're supposed.
having me.
Thank you. I don't know. I guess that's what you're supposed to say at the end in the class. We always say that.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So
do.
thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Thank you for coming all the way from Portugal on your time and putting on an amazing outfit and giving us some knowledge about what you do and how you got to where you are to be the best ear footer in the world.
Thank
Take
you very
care.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.